Your silence is killing them, for in silence, opportunities for connection, understanding, and healing are often missed. Words hold extraordinary power. They have the ability to build trust, foster compassion, and offer comfort. Silence, while sometimes necessary, can also leave wounds unspoken, emotional distance unresolved, and misunderstandings unchecked. When someone reaches out for support, the absence of response can be just as harmful as harsh words. Silence can convey indifference or rejection, leaving the person feeling unseen and unheard. This is why it is so important to choose our words thoughtfully and engage with others meaningfully, especially in moments of vulnerability. Words have the extraordinary power to shape our reality, influence our emotions, and define the connections we build with one another. They serve as bridges between hearts and minds, offering clarity and understanding where there might otherwise be confusion or isolation. Words can breathe life into relationships, fortify emotional bonds, and create safe spaces where people feel valued and heard. Conversely, the absence of words can erode these bonds, leaving behind a trail of misunderstanding, emotional distance, and unresolved feelings. Imagine a moment when someone reaches out, seeking solace during a time of vulnerability. A few kind and thoughtful words in response can make an immeasurable difference. They have the power to validate their emotions, acknowledge their pain, and reassure them that they are not alone. In such moments, words become an act of empathy, a gesture that says, "I see you, I hear you, and I care." Whether it is offering encouragement to a friend, expressing gratitude to a loved one, or simply affirming someone's value, words can create profound ripples of positivity. These ripples have the capacity to extend far beyond the immediate interaction, influencing the broader dynamics of trust and understanding within relationships. However, words are not merely tools for providing comfort or support. They also carry the potential to inspire and motivate, sparking change both within individuals and across communities. History is replete with examples of transformative speeches, declarations, and dialogues that have altered the course of events. The right words, spoken at the right time, can unite people under a common purpose, galvanize action, and ignite movements for justice and equality. On a smaller scale, the words we choose in our everyday conversations can uplift someone's spirit, challenge their perspective, or nurture their growth. Through communication, we build not only relationships, but also the foundation of mutual respect and collaboration that fosters progress. Yet, the absence of words, silence, can have an equally powerful but often damaging impact. Silence in the face of emotional need can be deafening. When someone shares their feelings or seeks understanding, and they are met with silence, it can feel as though their experience is being dismissed or invalidated. This perceived indifference can create cracks in the foundation of trust, leading to feelings of rejection and alienation. Silence may be intended as neutrality or avoidance, but its interpretation often skews negative, leaving others to fill the void with assumptions that amplify their insecurities or doubts. Over time, repeated silence can transform minor misunderstandings into significant emotional rifts that are difficult to repair. The relationship between words and silence is deeply intertwined with how we perceive and experience connection. While words have the power to heal, silence often leaves wounds unacknowledged. Consider a scenario where two people, despite caring deeply for each other, allow unspoken grievances to fester. The lack of dialogue becomes a breeding ground for resentment and emotional distance. What might have been resolved with a simple conversation grows into a chasm that neither person feels equipped to bridge. The unspoken thoughts become invisible barriers, dividing hearts that once sought unity. This is why choosing to communicate, even in difficult moments, is an act of courage and love. Effective communication is not merely about speaking, it is about intentionality. The words we choose must align with empathy, sincerity, and a genuine desire to connect. A careless or harsh remark, even if unintentional, can leave lasting scars, while a thoughtful phrase can become a beacon of hope. Words, when wielded with care, have the capacity to restore faith and mend relationships. They allow us to express not only our own emotions, but also our understanding of others, creating a shared space where healing and connection become possible. The power of words extends beyond personal relationships into the fabric of society. In communities, open dialogue fosters inclusivity and a sense of belonging. When people feel heard and valued, they are more likely to engage meaningfully with those around them, contributing to the collective well-being. Words can challenge harmful norms, shed light on hidden truths, and mobilize efforts towards social change. In contrast, silence can perpetuate injustice, allowing inequities to thrive unchecked. A single voice speaking truth to power can ignite a movement, demonstrating that words are not just individual expressions, but collective forces of transformation. Words are the threads that weave the tapestry of human connection. They allow us to share our joys and sorrows, our dreams and fears, creating a rich narrative of understanding and belonging. Silence, though sometimes necessary, must be wielded with caution as it carries its own weight and consequences. Choosing words thoughtfully and with intention ensures that the bonds we create are nurtured and strengthened. Through the power of words, we build bridges over the chasms that silence might otherwise deepen, fostering a world where empathy and connection can flourish. Silence, often perceived as a neutral or passive act, carries profound consequences in personal relationships, societal structures, and individual development. While it may sometimes seem like a shield to avoid conflict or discomfort, silence often leaves wounds unspoken, tensions unresolved, and growth stifled. The impact of silence, both intentional and unintentional, reverberates through the fabric of human connection, often with outcomes more harmful than we might initially perceive. In personal relationships, silence can act as a barrier that isolates individuals from one another. When someone chooses not to express their thoughts or feelings, it can leave the other person feeling dismissed or unimportant. For instance, in moments of vulnerability, when someone reaches out to share their struggles, a lack of response can communicate indifference. This perceived neglect can deepen their sense of isolation, leading them to question their worth or the value of the relationship. Over time, these silent moments accumulate, creating emotional distance and diminishing trust between individuals. The absence of open dialogue prevents the resolution of conflicts and stifles emotional intimacy, turning relationships into fragile connections overshadowed by unspoken words. Moreover, silence can amplify misunderstandings and breed resentment. Without clarity and communication, individuals are left to interpret silence through the lens of their own insecurities or assumptions. A partner who refrains from addressing concerns may inadvertently signal disinterest, while a friend's prolonged quietness may be misinterpreted as rejection. These gaps in understanding create fertile ground for miscommunication and emotional discord. When left unaddressed, the misunderstandings fester, giving rise to unresolved tension that weakens the foundation of relationships. Silence, though often intended as a temporary reprieve, can inadvertently become a permanent wedge that divides even the closest of bonds. Beyond personal relationships, silence plays a significant role in perpetuating societal cycles of injustice. When individuals and communities choose silence in the face of inequities, they enable harmful systems to persist unchallenged. Injustice thrives in environments where voices are stifled and dissent is muted. Whether it is discrimination, systemic inequality, or abuse of power, the unwillingness to speak up often signals tacit acceptance or complicity. For example, workplaces where employees feel unsafe to voice their concerns about harassment or discrimination create a culture where harmful behaviors go unchecked. This silence not only perpetuates the status quo, but also discourages others from advocating for change, reinforcing a cycle of oppression. The societal cost of silence extends to issues of collective identity and belonging. Marginalized groups often face the burden of invisibility when their experiences and voices are ignored. The absence of acknowledgement creates a void where their struggles are neither recognized nor addressed, fostering a sense of alienation. Silence in these contexts erodes the fabric of inclusivity and solidarity, leaving communities fragmented and divided. On a larger scale, when societies fail to engage in open conversations about critical issues such as racism, poverty, or climate change, progress stalls. The unwillingness to confront uncomfortable truths through dialogue impedes meaningful change, allowing systemic problems to persist across generations. On an individual level, silence can hinder personal growth and self-awareness. Choosing not to express one's thoughts or emotions can lead to internalized frustration and a sense of helplessness. Suppressing feelings often creates an emotional bottleneck, where unspoken thoughts weigh heavily on the mind, manifesting as anxiety, depression, or self-doubt. Silence, in this sense, becomes a self-imposed prison, trapping individuals in cycles of rumination and self-criticism. Without the outlet of expression, individuals miss the opportunity to confront and process their emotions, leaving them stagnant in their personal development. Furthermore, silence as a means of self-protection often comes at the expense of authenticity. People may avoid speaking up out of fear of conflict, rejection, or vulnerability. While this silence might provide temporary relief, it denies them the chance to assert their needs, set boundaries, or share their truth. Over time, this suppression can lead to a disconnection from their own identity as they prioritize avoidance over self-expression. The reluctance to speak up also undermines self-confidence, reinforcing the belief that their voice holds little value. Breaking free from this cycle requires courage and the recognition that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a pathway to genuine connection and self-discovery. The role of silence in professional environments further illustrates its pervasive impact. Employees who feel silenced or disregarded are less likely to engage meaningfully with their work or contribute innovative ideas. A lack of open communication stifles creativity and collaboration, leading to a toxic culture where fear and conformity prevail. Conversely, organizations that prioritize open dialogue and actively encourage employees to share their perspectives foster a sense of belonging and empowerment. This environment not only enhances productivity, but also cultivates trust, enabling teams to navigate challenges more effectively. When silence dominates the workplace, it not only harms individuals, but also undermines collective progress and success. Addressing the impact of silence requires intentional efforts to foster open communication and mutual understanding. This involves recognizing the weight of unspoken words and actively choosing to break the cycle of silence. In personal relationships, initiating honest conversations, even about difficult subjects, can create opportunities for resolution and growth. Empathy and active listening play pivotal roles in ensuring that all parties feel heard and valued. In societal contexts, amplifying marginalized voices and advocating for inclusivity can challenge systemic injustices and promote equity. On an individual level, cultivating self-awareness and practicing vulnerability can empower people to reclaim their voices and navigate their emotional landscapes with resilience. Silence is not a neutral act, but a choice with far-reaching consequences. Its effects ripple through relationships, communities, and individual lives, shaping the dynamics of connection, justice, and growth. By confronting the patterns of silence and choosing to communicate openly, we can break the cycles that perpetuate misunderstanding, oppression, and stagnation. The impact of silence, while profound, is not insurmountable. With intentionality and courage, It is possible to transform silence into a force for healing, empowerment, and meaningful change. Empathy is a cornerstone of human connection, a vital force that enables us to understand, share, and validate the emotions and experiences of others. Unlike sympathy, which involves feeling pity or sorrow for someone, empathy requires stepping into their perspective and recognizing their emotions as if they were our own. This depth of understanding fosters meaningful relationships, whether they are personal, professional, or communal, and creates the foundation for genuine communication. When empathy and communication intertwine, they become powerful tools for building trust, resolving conflicts, and strengthening bonds. The act of empathy begins with listening, not merely hearing words, but truly understanding the feelings and intent behind them. When someone expresses their fears, joys, or struggles, an empathetic response validates their experience, affirming that their emotions are real and significant. This validation can be transformative, particularly for those who feel unseen or misunderstood. It sends the message that they are not alone in their journey and that their feelings matter. In personal relationships, this deep connection fosters a sense of safety, encouraging individuals to open up and share their vulnerabilities without fear of judgment or rejection. Vulnerability, often perceived as a weakness, is a crucial element of empathy and communication. When people allow themselves to be open and honest about their struggles or emotions, it creates an opportunity for authentic connection. Vulnerability breaks down the barriers of pretense and allows relationships to thrive on mutual trust and understanding. For example, when someone shares their fears or insecurities, they invite others to respond with compassion and support. This mutual exchange not only deepens the bond, but also reinforces the idea that being vulnerable is an act of courage, one that can lead to personal growth and stronger relationships. In addition to individual connections, empathy plays a transformative role in community cohesion. When individuals extend their understanding beyond their immediate circles to encompass broader social issues, they begin to recognize the interconnectedness of human experiences. Empathy fosters a sense of shared responsibility, encouraging people to advocate for inclusivity and justice. Communities that prioritize empathy create environments where diverse voices are valued and differences are celebrated rather than feared. This inclusivity strengthens the social fabric, making communities more resilient and unified in the face of challenges. Shared storytelling is a powerful medium through which empathy and communication can thrive. When people share their stories, they invite others into their world, offering a glimpse of their struggles, triumphs, and perspectives. Storytelling humanizes complex issues, breaking down stereotypes and fostering a sense of commonality. For instance, when someone shares their experience with discrimination or loss, it can resonate with others who have faced similar challenges, creating a bridge of understanding. Storytelling also provides a platform for marginalized voices to be heard, empowering individuals to reclaim their narratives and inspire change within their communities. In professional environments, empathy and communication are essential for fostering collaboration and innovation. When leaders and colleagues approach interactions with empathy, they create a culture of trust and respect. Employees who feel valued are more likely to contribute their ideas and take initiative, knowing that their perspectives will be acknowledged. Empathy also plays a critical role in addressing workplace challenges, such as resolving disputes or supporting team members through difficult times. A workplace that prioritizes empathy becomes not just a space for productivity, but a community where individuals can thrive personally and professionally. Empathy is equally important in navigating social and cultural differences. In an increasingly globalized world, understanding and respecting diverse perspectives is crucial for fostering harmony. Empathy bridges the gaps between differing backgrounds, beliefs, and experiences, creating opportunities for dialogue and collaboration. When people approach interactions with curiosity and openness, they move beyond stereotypes and assumptions, building connections that transcend cultural divides. This global empathy not only enriches individual relationships, but also contributes to a more inclusive and equitable society. At its core, empathy transforms relationships by shifting the focus from individual needs to collective well-being. It encourages people to look beyond themselves and consider the impact of their words and actions on others. This perspective is particularly valuable in times of crisis or conflict, where empathy can diffuse hostility and foster understanding. By choosing empathy over judgment, individuals create spaces where healing and reconciliation are possible. This shift from division to connection is a powerful reminder of empathy's role in cultivating harmony within relationships and communities. Empathy and communication are inseparable in their ability to foster deeper relationships and community cohesion. They empower individuals to connect on a profound level, breaking down barriers of misunderstanding and fostering a sense of belonging. Through active listening, vulnerability, and shared storytelling, empathy becomes a force for transformation, enabling people to navigate the complexities of human connection with grace and compassion. As individuals and communities embrace empathy, they create a ripple effect of understanding and kindness, shaping a world where everyone feels valued and heard. Generational trauma is one of the most pervasive forms of negative cycles, often passed down unconsciously through families and communities. This type of trauma can stem from historical injustices, family conflict, or unresolved emotional wounds that leave lasting imprints on future generations. For example, a family that has endured economic hardship or emotional neglect may inadvertently perpetuate patterns of fear, insecurity, or limited self-belief. Breaking these cycles requires a commitment to healing that begins with recognizing the presence of these inherited struggles. Awareness is the first step, as it allows individuals to understand how the pain of the past influences their present thoughts, behaviors, and relationships. Therapy, open dialogue within families, and education about the nature of generational trauma are powerful tools in addressing these deeply rooted issues. In addition to generational trauma, negative thought patterns often create personal cycles that trap individuals in self-doubt, fear, and stagnation. These patterns, fueled by critical inner voices or external pressures, reinforce feelings of inadequacy and hinder personal development. Breaking free from these patterns requires cultivating self-awareness and challenging the beliefs that no longer serve one's growth. Practices such as mindfulness, journaling, and cognitive behavioral techniques can help individuals reframe their thinking and develop healthier perspectives. It is not enough to silence the inner critic. Individuals must replace those voices with affirmations of self-worth and resilience. By doing so, they create a foundation for confidence and empowerment, enabling them to approach challenges with a renewed sense of agency. On a broader scale, breaking negative cycles extends to confronting societal injustices that perpetuate inequality, discrimination, and marginalization. Systems of oppression thrive when they are left unchallenged, often reinforced by silence and complicity. For instance, racial or gender-based discrimination persists when individuals and institutions fail to address the root causes of these inequities. Breaking these cycles demands collective action, where individuals use their voices to advocate for change and challenge the status quo. This begins with education, as understanding the historical and structural dimensions of injustice empowers individuals to identify and address inequities in their own lives and communities. Advocacy, allyship, and active participation in movements for social justice are crucial steps toward dismantling these harmful systems and building a more equitable society. Communication is a central component in breaking negative cycles, as it bridges divides and fosters understanding. Open dialogue allows individuals to confront difficult truths, express their emotions, and share their experiences. In families, this might involve discussing previously unspoken grievances or acknowledging the pain caused by past actions. In communities, it means creating spaces where marginalized voices are amplified and valued. These conversations, while often uncomfortable, are necessary for healing and progress. Communication is not simply about speaking, but about listening with empathy and a willingness to engage in meaningful exchange. By prioritizing connection over conflict, individuals can navigate the complexities of these discussions with care and compassion. Resilience is equally vital in the process of breaking cycles, as it provides the strength to persevere through setbacks and challenges. Breaking negative patterns, whether personal or societal, is rarely a linear journey. It requires individuals to confront deeply ingrained habits, face resistance, and often rebuild from difficult circumstances. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and continue moving forward despite obstacles. Developing resilience involves cultivating a growth mindset where failures are seen as opportunities to learn and improve. Support systems, whether friends, family, or professional networks, play an integral role in sustaining resilience, providing encouragement and perspective during difficult moments. Resilience is not about avoiding struggle, but about facing it with determination and adaptability. Breaking negative cycles also involves embracing vulnerability and the courage to step into the unknown. Familiar patterns, even when harmful, often provide a sense of comfort or predictability. Choosing to disrupt these patterns means taking risks and confronting fears, whether it is speaking out against injustice, challenging personal insecurities, or making difficult decisions that prioritize long-term well-being over short-term ease. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but of strength, as it reflects a willingness to grow and transform. It opens the door to new possibilities, relationships, and perspectives that can redefine one's sense of identity and purpose. Breaking negative cycles is an act of liberation. It frees individuals and communities from the constraints of the past, empowering them to create new narratives rooted in healing, growth, and resilience. While the process is often challenging, it is also profoundly rewarding as it opens the door to deeper connections, greater self-awareness, and a more just and compassionate world. Through communication, resilience, and a willingness to confront the uncomfortable, individuals can break free from the cycles that hold them back and step into a future defined by possibility and transformation. Healing through expression is a deeply transformative process that allows individuals to confront their emotions, process pain, and reclaim their personal narratives. Expression in its many forms, whether through writing, art, music, or storytelling, offers a means of articulating the complexities of human experience. It transforms the intangible weight of emotions into something tangible, something that can be seen, heard, or felt, creating an avenue for understanding and growth. This process is not merely about releasing emotions, but about fostering a deeper connection to oneself and others, paving the way for healing and empowerment. The act of expressing emotions provides a sense of relief and validation, particularly for those who have felt silenced or misunderstood. When individuals articulate their experiences, they break through the barriers of isolation and give voice to their inner struggles. Writing, for instance, offers a safe space where emotions can flow freely without judgment. Journaling allows individuals to document their thoughts, identify patterns in their feelings, and reflect on their progress over time. This practice of self-expression fosters clarity and self-awareness, enabling individuals to confront their emotions rather than suppressing them. By translating feelings into words, they reclaim ownership of their experiences and begin the journey of healing. Art, too, serves as a powerful medium for processing emotions and telling stories. For many, the act of creating visual art becomes a form of communication when words fail. Painting, drawing, or sculpting provides a nonverbal outlet for exploring emotions that might feel too complex or overwhelming to articulate. Through art, individuals can depict their struggles, dreams, or inner conflicts in a way that feels safe and liberating. This process often unveils layers of meaning that were previously hidden, offering new perspectives on personal experiences. Art therapy in particular harnesses the therapeutic power of creativity to help individuals process trauma and navigate emotional challenges, demonstrating how expression can lead to profound transformation. Music, with its universal appeal, also plays a crucial role in healing through expression. Composing or playing music allows individuals to channel their emotions into melodies and rhythms, creating an outlet for release and connection. Songwriting, for example, provides a way to explore and articulate feelings about love, loss, or identity. The process of transforming emotions into music can be cathartic, helping individuals to make sense of their experiences and find solace in their creativity. Similarly, listening to music that resonates with one's emotions can evoke a sense of understanding and connection, reminding individuals that they are not alone in their struggles. Music becomes a shared language, one that bridges emotional gaps and fosters community. Storytelling is perhaps one of the oldest and most powerful forms of expression, connecting individuals across cultures and generations. When people share their stories, they offer a glimpse into their world, inviting others to see, hear, and feel their experiences. This act of sharing is not only empowering for the storyteller, but also transformative for the listener. Stories create empathy, breaking down barriers of misunderstanding and fostering a sense of commonality. For those who have experienced trauma or marginalization, storytelling provides a way to reclaim their narrative and redefine their identity on their own terms. It shifts the power dynamic, giving voice to experiences that might otherwise be overlooked or dismissed. Expression through storytelling is particularly impactful in community settings, where shared narratives can foster solidarity and healing. Support groups, for example, provide safe spaces where individuals can share their experiences and listen to others who have faced similar challenges. These shared stories create a sense of belonging and mutual understanding, reinforcing the idea that healing is not a solitary journey, but a collective one. Communities that prioritize storytelling as a means of expression cultivate resilience, as individuals draw strength from one another's courage and insights. This collective expression fosters hope and a sense of purpose, reminding people of their interconnectedness and the power of shared humanity. Healing through expression also has profound implications for personal growth and self-discovery. When individuals engage in creative or reflective practices, they often uncover hidden aspects of themselves, gaining insight into their emotions, values, and aspirations. Expression becomes a tool for exploration, allowing individuals to confront fears, embrace vulnerabilities, and challenge limiting beliefs. This process of self-discovery is not always easy, as it requires confronting discomfort and navigating uncertainty. However, it is through this journey of expression that individuals learn to reconcile with their past, embrace their present, and envision a future of possibility and fulfillment. Moreover, the act of expression inspires others to embark on their own healing journeys. When individuals share their creative works or personal stories, they encourage those around them to reflect on their own experiences and find their voice. This ripple effect of expression fosters a culture of openness and understanding, where people feel empowered to share and connect. It demonstrates that healing is not confined to individual experiences, but is deeply relational, rooted in the exchange of emotions and ideas. By expressing themselves, individuals contribute to a larger narrative of resilience and hope, one that uplifts and inspires communities. Healing through expression is about reclaiming agency and transforming pain into purpose. It invites individuals to face their emotions with courage, to articulate their truths with authenticity, and to connect with others through shared experiences. Expression in all its forms, whether through writing, art, music, or storytelling, becomes a bridge between isolation and connection, between pain and understanding. It is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, the human spirit has the capacity to create, to share, and to heal. Through expression, individuals not only process their emotions, but also contribute to a collective journey of healing and transformation, where every voice matters and every story holds the power to inspire. In conclusion, the story underscores the profound importance of courage, empathy, and open communication in transforming both personal relationships and societal dynamics. Silence, while often perceived as a refuge from conflict or discomfort, carries hidden costs that can harm individuals and fracture communities. By choosing silence, we perpetuate cycles of misunderstanding, isolation, and unresolved pain, allowing barriers to grow between ourselves and others. Conversely, embracing expression is an act of healing and connection. When we find the courage to articulate our thoughts and feelings, we reclaim our narratives and foster deeper understanding with those around us. Empathy becomes the foundation for meaningful dialogue, enabling us to listen with an open heart and respond with compassion. Open communication is not just a tool for resolving conflicts, but a bridge that connects lives, nurtures trust, and creates spaces where everyone feels valued and heard. Ultimately, the narrative calls on readers to break free from the comfort of silence and step into the transformative power of expression. By doing so, we not only heal our own wounds, but also contribute to a culture of connection, understanding, and mutual support. In speaking up, we affirm the value of every voice, paving the way for a world where communication becomes the catalyst for growth, resilience, and collective harmony.